Planet Vero Studio is powered by the Nolan Group of RE/MAX Associated Realty. MyNextHomeFinder.com.
Buddy. Woo! Hey, good afternoon, man. I'm Kenny Schofield. This is Mike Carano. Todd Byron is in the studio. Wow. Steve Charbonneau. Good afternoon, guys. This is the American Car Classics radio program. As always, buckle in.
We're ready to go.
Screw the red lights and let's have a happy hour driving home.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Todd, I'm looking at Todd. Now, usually when you're sitting there, I'm next to you.
Right.
Keith is over here saying, hey, what are you... Put the phone away. You're doing it. We're show here. Come on.
Yeah.
Stop touching him. Stop touching him.
And you don't even have
Behind the scenes stuff.
I will never touch another man the same way again after that one day in here.
That was funny. Yeah, it was good.
I've got somebody in the shop that we don't touch because, well, yeah. Anyway,
don't touch.
So, what's new, Mike? I'll start off.
Nothing. No, everything's quiet. I mean, they had a big turnout the other day up at the sandwich shack, which was nice.
Big.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
Normally we do 20 or
They
something.
usually do 10 cars.
Okay.
We're up to 20 now.
Yeah.
It's not too bad.
That's nice.
Saturday night
It's
at
hot,
McDonald's.
so that's big.
Yeah, Saturday night at McDonald's in Vero Beach looked like they had a good turnout.
That's big.
I think that's pretty much it. What's going on, you know?
Yeah, we're just dealing
I'm just
with
excited Todd's here.
I know, I love it.
Yeah.
You know?
I love miss the little guy, man.
I'm excited I was able to make
He's
it.
been so busy. He's been so busy. You're into your house. A lot of things have changed.
Finally.
Because I used to talk to you about all these things you were going to do in one day, and now you're doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Is there a shop at the house now? Because you were living in the barn.
We were living in my
that's the
garage.
shop,
In the garage,
right.
right.
So,
It's a big garage.
yeah. So now the house is done, we're going to focus on the garage, on getting it all set up and everything, because it didn't have power in it. So now we're going to get the
Put
power.
full power. Yeah.
Get all electrical and then some lifts and stuff like that.
Beautiful.
So, but we're still dealing with all these animals.
I know it looks like just from looking at Julie's stuff she puts out. You got chickens, you got all sorts of stuff going on.
We're in the midst of trying to move into this house.
Right.
Somebody that works for me thought it would be a good idea to give us a housewarming gift, like we need anything.
Right.
They brought us 18 chickens.
All right.
Chickens.
See, now I'm upset.
Yeah. So
I was going to bring you goats.
Don't bring me anything.
I know.
They're going to be in your yard.
No, I got told no.
I told him, I said, if you bring Todd a goat, you don't bring me. Me and you are going fishing and you ain't coming back.
That's what I'm saying.
And Todd's going to help me hide the body. You
So
know?
how do 18 chicks? What do you know?
So you had a,
I built a thing. We call it a chicken tractor.
Right.
And it's a portable chicken coop.
Okay.
8 by 12. And you just kind of move it around in the pasture.
Did I confuse the coyotes, or what does that do?
Well, coyotes can't get to them.
Okay.
Because the last chickens, we started off with quite a few, and then we're down to 3.
Right.
Because coons and coyotes and bobcats, they just, we let them run around out in the pastures during the day.
Right.
And by the evening time, when they get ready to go into their coop,
they were missing.
There was a whole bunch of them missing. And you get to looking out on the pasture, there's feathers everywhere.
Hawks are lined up in the wires, and it's like, that's horrible.
So, you see feathers everywhere, and it's like, oh, man, you got my buddy.
Well, how is my favorite is big-headed Todd is one giant nut. How's
He's
he doing?
good.
Okay.
Good. We had a little issue with our big ram, Scott.
Yeah, I call him Sam the Ram, but his name is Scott.
Yeah,
Right.
we had a little issue with him.
He knocked the horn off her, something in his head.
Well, that was the start of it, but then he ended up having a...
Well, what happened when we knocked his horn off? He had to hang out somewhere else for a day.
Well, Julie thought, because we had some ewes that were cycling...
Now, what's a ewe?
a female sheep.
Right. And what does cycling mean?
Cycling means they're in heat, basically.
Okay.
So they're hot to trot.
Okay.
So,
So it's nothing to do with cars. But just
I'm assuming Julie
so
got
this
it.
show is going to be the show where I teach you about sheep. Yeah.
Okay.
So she put him out to pasture with them for a day, and he really hurt himself.
So the ram went to town.
He went to town.
He was ramming everything.
He was just
With one horn.
yeah.
With one horn.
2 days later, I had to get a.
So
trouble.
Is he now fixed now? He can't do anything.
No,
He's still going to town.
No, he ended up having a stone, like a kidney
Jesus.
stone type thing.
Yeah.
But it was a pretty big process to get that taken care of.
Yeah.
We had to have a large animal vet. That's what they deal with, cattle. And, large animals. And he came all the way from Okeechobee. Great guy, came, did his job, took half my wallet.
They got gloves that come up to their wrists so they can.
He wasn't nothing like
It's like Dr. Pole.
Up to their shoulders.
He was dealing with the
Yeah, the
wee-wee,
other
not
stuff. Right.
Yeah,
I got
right.
it. But he's got that glove in there.
Yeah.
He's watched too much Discovery Channel.
You're totally in the wrong area, bro.
Yeah. It's in a total different area.
They had to sedate him and everything. Poor guy.
So the only thing that you don't have is cows, I'm assuming.
Yeah, no, we haven't.
So Kenny could buy you like a calf for a housewarming gift.
No. Actually,
cows.
anybody ever buys me another animal, I'm going to bring them back to their house. No more animals. I've got enough animals.
Gotcha.
Now, I heard something about there's a few more acres maybe being pasteurized out front,
Not out front.
off to the side. you know,
to the west of us. We're one thing
5
at a
more
time.
acres. Okay. and then back to the barn and cars and stuff. The garage.
Yeah.
You're buying some motorcycles, some vintage motorcycles. So you're going to be building some lofts and stuff.
I think the back section, there's an area in the back. It's like 16 by 50. And I'm going to close that in and make it like, a man cave thing and put all the vintage bikes in there.
Yeah.
So.
Now,
They take up less room.
Are you going to
It's better than
do
cars.
any restorations at your house or no?
A lot of things are.
Eventually, I think we've got a lot of things in plans now that we're, the shop, the collision stuff is all good and it's on its own. And I hired a manager and her name is Leah, and she's really good, very thorough. And she's pretty much got the collision stuff taken care of now that, so I'm in there working a little bit to hopefully be able to step back off from that. And then focus 100% on my restos that I'm in the middle of.
Right.
Which I have guys still working on them. And that's my plan.
Gotcha.
Whether we move, which will be done all up in the front, whether we move the restorations one day out to the land, out to our farm, that's to be said. I mean, it was a thought that I thought that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
And
then you can't really
I'm
retire.
not really
then.
sure.
Then
You
you
know,
can't really
taking
retire.
work home is really.
that's where Julie,
right.
she doesn't really want me to do that. She says, why don't you just do this, buy your cars and buy your motorcycles and do your stuff here for yourself, and then leave it all customer stuff at the shop.
At work.
There.
Now, before you left us, you were doing a Buick.
Yep.
Now, is the Buick done?
No. Hell
Not
no.
even-
Hell no.
No, you can say that. Hell no, it's not done.
Yeah,
Is it
no.
close to being done?
Oh,
Is the frame on the body? The body
We've had
on
the
frame?
body and the frame off and on a few times now.
And what year is the Buick?
A 50.
50.
Yeah.
And it's coming with a, what did you get, an Art Morrison
It's
frame?
Art Morris chassis, the LT4
Right.
with an 8-speed automatic.
Which there was a lot of tunnel work you had to do in the car to fit the 8-speed. And even though you bought the Art Morris chassis, it wasn't done.
Right.
I mean,
we had to,
it came with 4 perches, and I think I've seen you add 20 more.
Right, body mount perches.
Yes, right.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of mounting for that particular body.
Okay.
That's a big car. You know
Yeah,
what
it's a huge car, yeah.
And you want that thing to ride right.
Yeah, you want it rigid. I mean, it's got to be rigid.
Yeah, that car's going to be nice, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be expensive to build.
And that's going to be a local car?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
great.
Local guy. Yeah.
Very
Matter of
good.
fact, the 69 fastback we're doing is a local guy. Well, local, he's a, what do you call him?
Snowbird.
Snowbird, yeah.
Snowbird, okay.
Yeah. So he's going to be here in October thinking that car's going to be done. I'm sorry, but we've been waiting for some stuff for a while for this thing finally came in. We're really rocking on it. these last 2 weeks, we've really...
I saw you cut the shock perches out, the shock mounts out of the inside of the engine compartments. That was big.
Yeah, so we're doing that. I was waiting for all this stuff. And matter of fact, it was kind of funny. You posted that picture of that transmission.
Right.
Yes.
That day, our Tremec finally showed up, and it's been on back order.
Right.
That's what I was going to ask you next. Are you having a problem getting parts for all these cars?
Yeah.
Everything's parts. You too, right, Kenny? Right.
All of us, even Steve with the truck stuff and everyday stuff. It's impossible. And we will order stuff, and 3 days later we'll go look for a tracking number just to see that it's left the warehouse.
Right.
And the money's back in the account, and we got sorry, it's not available.
Not available anymore.
Yeah. I'm waiting. This is the black Camaro I bought, the black 69.
Right.
This will be the 22nd week waiting on a pulley system.
Really? Who'd you get the pulleys from? March or a GM pulley system?
No, he did a Mark system, but he got the system. I ended up calling Concept One.
Right.
And a place called TKM Customs actually had one in stock, so I got one coming.
Okay, good.
I'm just going to buy one myself.
And this one, as long as and we hope it's coming, because I mean, honestly, this is where you order stuff and it just doesn't show.
It's just out of control.
It's been nuts. So
I even called all my connections at Detroit Speed. They can't get nothing.
Yeah.
Vintage Air, everything's back order.
Yeah, because I know it took almost 10 weeks to get the rear end for my car.
And where'd you buy that from?
Quick Performance.
10 weeks.
10 weeks.
And this is stuff that used to be in stock and ready to roll.
And well, they with Quick Performance, they build everything to order.
Okay.
So he told me it was going to be 4 to 6, but 10 weeks later I got the rear end in the mail.
That's the key word. Everybody says 4 to 6.
Yeah.
And I just tell everybody, double it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's been 10 weeks. But it's a great rear end. If you need a Quick Performance or Quick Performance.
Okay.
Yep. Very good. Very good. Got a Ford 9-inch for the 55.
You're happy with the whole set? I mean,
whole setup.
good.
Yep,
Everything's good.
Yep. I'm just having a problem with my tranny. I got to bring that back to Tomas.
Right.
But I was there today. I think he's closed for. I don't know how long he's closed for.
Well, Labor Day week, I don't know anything.
There was a sign on the door that said January 3rd, so I don't know what. But it was written in magic marker. So if the sign was written the way he speaks English, it's kind of tough.
Right.
So I don't know if that's an old magic marker Sharpie that he had up there. So I'll drive by over the weekend.
Yeah, well, this is Labor Day weekend coming up, so it'll be,
So he might have closed up early and went away.
Yeah, we're going to close up and reopen on Tuesday. So, yeah. And speaking of closing up, we'll jump to a quick break.
And then we'll talk about Steve. What's going on in Steve's shop?
This American Car Classics. We'll be right back.
Dolphin Auto is a family-owned and operated repair shop, servicing all makes and models. Proudly located at 6010 South US Highway 1 in Grant. From current to classic, Dolphin Auto is the place to go. Established in 2012, we now offer full custom exhaust work, collision repairs, and custom paint for your ride. Call today for your free estimate. From current to classic, just call 321-984-8322. Dolphin Auto is the place to go.
Mattress Market is growing, and they're excited about their new Jensen Beach location. Mattress Market has discount prices on top brands like Simmons Beauty Rest, Certified Comfort, Posh and Lavish, and more. Their Jensen Beach location is at 3548 Northwest Federal Highway in front of the Treasure Coast Square Mall. Mattress Market. Come in today, sleep better tonight.
Brand names at discount prices, mymattressmarket.com.
Are you a therapist or a nurse seeking the multi-state compact license? In the state of Florida, these and many other industries require a Level 2 live scan background check for clearance to work in your industry. A1A Fingerprints is your certified live scan source from Broward to Brevard. And if you're a medical provider, you need to be registered on the ACA web portal. A1A Fingerprints will help you navigate and comply with the law. Call 772-494-6556 or visit a1afingerprints.com. A1A Fingerprints.
Visit Fellowship trained Dr. Sarah Kadadaday for the latest in glaucoma treatment and custom cataract surgery at New Vision Eye Center. Dr. Kadadaday received her fellowship training at Yale University and is board certified by the American Board of Ophthalmology. Call for your consultation at 772-257-8700 or visit newvisioneyecenter.com. World-class eye care on the Treasure Coast. That's New Vision Eye Center.
everybody. Welcome back to American Car Classics. I'm Kenny. I'm with Mike and Steve and special guest today,
Mr. Todd Byron.
Todd Byron. I see you every Wednesday. I come to your shop and get picked on for hanging out at your shop longer than I should sometimes.
Right.
So it's good to have you back here because
So
when I started, it was next to you every day.
You go to Todd's shop on Wednesday. You go to Steve's shop when?
Well, I went today, so I was only at Todd's for like 4 minutes.
Oh, okay.
I try to eat breakfast and stuff Saturdays when I can, but that's not very often either. And so these guys go and have breakfast every Saturday morning. They do their thing, and I don't get to.
You don't get to partake in the breakfast. If you come all the way from Brevard County all the way up, and I can eat pancakes at home, man. And where do you guys go for breakfast?
Yeah, but you can't eat with people like that.
No, I know that. It's Larry's. Isn't it called Larry's?
Larry's
Roadside up there on the airport. Yeah.
Larry's Roadside, whatever.
Yeah.
We call it the Curve.
Now,
me and Jake.
I know the AAC has their breakfast at CJ Cannon's on Saturday mornings.
They do?
Every Saturday?
Yeah, the fourth Saturday, I think.
The
so
fourth.
they just had it the last Saturday.
Yeah, they bring some cars up. They do.
Yeah,
right.
And they do a breakfast there.
Yeah.
I thought you were part of that AACA, Indian River. You're out? You're out?
Time management.
Yeah, I think they do the breakfast. I think they do the breakfast at CJ Cannon's.
Yeah, we announced it a couple weeks ago, I
on
believe.
the fourth Saturday, and then the second Saturday they do it at Panera Bread in Vero.
Yeah. Yeah. I like Panera Bread. I don't get to eat it a lot, but I like it.
We were at Denny's on Saturday where I was going to text you a picture.
Who was at Denny's
pancakes?
Saturday?
Yeah, after Daytona.
Nice.
I was driving home and I was like, I'm starving. I'm just hungry. And everybody's like, me.
Okay.
I'm like, all right.
I called my Denny's and they said, look, 40 hours or 40 minutes behind, we're shorthanded. So so then we went to the
Don't they
Waffle
know
House.
you're like VIP?
It didn't matter.
Really?
Is that the one on Palm Bay Road?
Yeah, on Palm Bay Road.
That's where we went. Yeah, we walked in. There was like 3 tables, and then we walked in, and it got crazy.
Okay, so you beat us there because we had to stop and load up and pick up. We had to pick up that Volvo that was hit the 2 deer in Titusville.
So I was gone coming back.
Yeah, we weren't. So I got there, and of course Steve's already eating, and it's loaded. So we went to the Waffle House on Malabar Road, and I've got the 2 kids in the back, and they're out, and they're like, yeah, eat it only. I'm like, look, dude, put it on hard plates.
Right.
Pretend we're sitting here. He's like, no, you got to sit down at the counter and do it. So we left empty-handed.
They got the awful waffle on O'Galley too.
Not at midnight, they don't.
Yeah, it's not open
on O'Galley.
I
wouldn't know
95.
about
You probably
that
already passed that one.
Yeah, because I was.
Well, did you go to the race?
We went to the race.
And how was it?
It was great, man. It was a really no rain. Friday night was rained out with the Xfinity race, so we had hoped there was going to be nothing.
Right.
We brought coolers, we brought our bags and everything, and our seats, Tiana and ours were down past the start-finish line, and Steve and Aaron's were coming off of turn 4 before pit road. So we went and joined them for the last 50 laps, which 2 good little crashes in front of us, and then the melee.
Then the big one.
Last lap.
Oh, really?
Yeah, coming into turn 3, and they turned Kevin Harvick really fast. Kurt Busch did. And Steve announced that Kurt Busch is leaving Stewart Haas Racing,
right?
And that his sponsor, Monster Energy Drink, is coming with him.
Okay.
And he kind of came out a little flashy and happy and cocky maybe, and, showing his stuff. And then he caused the biggest crash of the night, man. It's just...
Well, actually, it was the 42 car. Actually, different channels. We were watching it again. He got pushed.
Kurt did in the 1.
Yeah, whoever's driving the 42 car now. It's not Briscoe. It's Riddick. It's one of the younger guys.
I thought it was I don't want to say Sanchez, but it was...
I can't think of his name. It's another young gun coming up.
Yeah. So he pushed the Kurt Busch's car.
Yep.
Anyway, he hit Kevin Harvick, who spun him real fast. And so the first 2 cars got through, and everybody else was on.
And that was the last lap?
That was the last lap.
They were racing towards the checkers?
They were racing towards the checkers.
And who ended up winning the race then?
David Blaney. Ryan Blaney. Yeah, 3 Ryans in the top 5.
Wow.
That was pretty funny about that.
But it was a good race. It was
a great race. But for the kids that were there, Jada and her friend Gracie, they're 14 and thereabouts. So the other kids are 9 and 7. And this is Taryn. He's 7, and it was his first race. And he thought we were going to Disney World the whole time, so he was all stoked about Disney World. He pulled up, he's like, "This is it. This is really where we're going.
Kid,
really where we're going." I was like, "Why would we go at 6 o'clock at night to Disney World? And why the heck would you have headphones?"
Yeah.
He was bummed, walking up to the track, just miserable.
Geez.
Got up there, saw a car, heard a car go around the track. What's that? Next thing you know, he's stuck to the fence.
Really?
You couldn't pry him off. And he was. And then after the crash, they're coming through, limping, smoking, on 4 cylinders. And he just thought it was the coolest thing because here's this little Matchbox all smashed up. He's like, yeah.
Any fights in the pits after that?
No
that
fights.
Big, crash?
One car broke his Panhard bar and he couldn't turn.
Right.
Was it
Harvick at the
it was
end.
Kevin Harvick at the end.
He tried to turn in the pit, and the car went
And it
left,
was-
and the rear end went right, and he's going up the hill, but he's trying to turn. It was
He was
crazy.
going right towards the checker flag, and he couldn't get it, so he just hit the gas off, and the thing just does a loop and falls back in the grass, and now embarrassing, it's got to... One time during a race, I watched Dale Jarrett's car break way down in one, and nobody came to get him during a big crash. He walked all the way back, almost to pit road before anybody was like, hey, man, get in the truck. He's like, now. So.
We're walking in the Monster Energy golf carts going by, and it's the big long celebrity one.
Yeah.
And we're walking, and I was looking, and I'm just caught it out of the corner of my eye, and I'm looking, and I'm like, hey, that's Kurt and Kyle's dad right there. That's Thomas. Because I hung out with him with Henry Dana for a week, not knowing who he was till we go to Kyle Busch's house on that week, and I'm like, hey, how you doing? And I waved to him, Tom, him and his wife instantly. Hey, what's going on? How you been, man? Long time no see. And the guy's like hauling butt in the golf cart. He's like, we gotta go. He's like, hey. I'm like, he waved, wife's all waving, and Aaron's like, jerk.
It's a good show, though, man. It was a good show. And the fireworks at the end. So, yeah, it was
So it was a good time.
Yeah.
Good.
Over about midnight.
Crowded?
It was pretty crowded.
Yeah, it was decent sized crowd. It wasn't like super bad. Saturday night?
I would say more than 3/4% packed.
Race
Saturday night?
August.
Yeah, because July was...
Yeah, they moved so much because I know the last race isn't in Homestead anymore. They've changed that
everything.
whole thing
It used to be
around.
It was Firecracker.
400.
It used to be the 4th of July.
I haven't watched
it in
it. I haven't
Daytona.
watched it in probably 4 years.
Yeah. So.
Sorry.
Yeah, it happens.
I didn't say I watched it, man. I just went to the race.
He just went to the race.
I watched
I
it.
didn't even know there was a race. I figured it was in July.
Well, that's when it usually is.
If it's
It's usually
morning,
4th
I'll
of July
watch it.
weekend, yeah.
Wow, that's great.
Well, like Meekum, everybody's have to change up their venues and events and times and when it is and stuff. And I think it was just how it went.
Yeah. So when we in the third segment, you'll be talking about the motor car thing that you did, right?
We've got a gentleman named Bill coming on who's gonna he is an MC for the
Chattanooga
Motor Car Festival.
Yeah, there's a certain event at the
concourse.
There you go. Hey, I'm not smart. I'm not smart, man.
And
but the concourse is their premier car show, and he is the MC for that. He's going to come on and try and fill us in a little bit on some stuff that's going on there.
Is there going to be some big cars at the concourse, Todd?
Big cars.
I mean, you're the man that knows everything over there, right?
That's
it's
where
going to be just like going out to the car festival in California.
Okay. And
Yeah,
Amelia Island and stuff like that. Okay.
Yeah, basically just like
$1 billion
that.
for the cars.
I mean, it's going to be right up there. Last time it was. I mean, they really had a good selection.
Look, some cars were coming over from England and France and stuff, and it was great.
All right.
A lot of good connections.
So we'll get to hear what's going on at the Chattanooga Festival when we get back then.
Yeah.
Right? Beautiful. Because we're going to go on a break soon, right, Jess?
Yeah. Yeah, in a couple more minutes, and then
1 minute. Not even.
Well, then let's just sit here and see what we can do.
Let's just sit here and talk about.
Can't be quiet.
Yeah.
And you keep moving that 57 Chevy around in your lot. I see that.
Well, we tried to get it out to the front, and it kind of died. It said that thing.
Oh, okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You got it?
Oh, yeah. Did you run that? Yeah, that's smoke.
Yeah, well,
we fixed it. It's got a dead
buried
hole.
back there. I'm like, dude, I'm not gonna move this car till you show up.
Yeah.
And I get in and it started up. It's like, don't.
He wouldn't drive to the shop. He says I wouldn't go 25. I can't make it to 2.
All right. And then when we get back, I'm going to talk about the Overland if you got it running.
Yeah.
Too, all right?
So, okay.
All right, Jess, play us out. We'll be back.